Welcome back to the Indiana Outdoors podcast. My name is Kelsey.
I'm Sophia.
I'm Jay.
And I'm Ethan.
I would like to say big welcome back to Ethan, who's been gone for a minute. He's back for another podcast. And also welcome to Sophia and Jay, who are on a podcast for the first time this season.
Yay!
Jay for the first time ever.
Yeah!
He
so
spawned
crazy.
in for the podcast.
Yay!
I just do it on Thursday at 6 p.m.
Happy Thursday. How's everybody feeling today?
It's all right.
Nappish.
Nappish?
Yeah.
I'm
Me
so
too,
tired.
for real. I can't wait for the weekend.
It's a good napping day. It's very kind of like cloudy and blustery
Gloomy.
and like typical Indiana fall day outside. Although it's getting very pretty out with all the leaves
True.
falling and such. Before we get into the main topic of the podcast, I want to shout out a couple video projects. First of all, this has been uploaded for a while by the time you see this, but our Cardinal Greenway video is uploaded to our YouTube channel. We visited the Cardinal Greenway, which is a local walking trail. Do you want to explain kind of generally what it is?
So the Cardinal Greenway is a local trail here in Muncie that used to be a railroad, but over time throughout the 1900s it was abandoned and then converted into a public trail that everybody can use. So we kind of talk about how it benefits the areas around it and what it's like to walk on it and sort of the phenomenon that it's a part of. So if you haven't seen it already, please go watch it. It's very fun.
Please go watch it. I love how it came out, and it was a lot of fun, and it's our first official, like, big video project that we did. So please go check it out. Also, we recently took a trip to Connor Prairie, and by the time you see this, that video will have been posted on Halloween. And it was such a fun time at Connor Prairie. We went, and thank you also so much to the people at Connor Prairie for hosting us and letting us be in there with our camera stuff and for letting us interview and all of that. It was a lot of fun. We've been trying to go there for a couple years. It's
my
been
freshman
in
year. It's been 3 years.
Yeah, we've been trying to go for a while. We finally got there, so I'm really excited about that. I'm excited at the progress that's been made with the video, so go watch that also.
Please.
And now, I'm so excited for today's podcast. So today, since we're still in the fall festive season, I really wanted to do a fall foods and activities tier list. Yay! If you're unfamiliar with the concept of a tier list or you haven't seen it before, you basically get like a bunch of different things that belong to a category, and then you rank them on different tiers. It usually goes from like S tier, which is like above and beyond best of the best, to F tier, which is like absolutely horrible, terrible. You don't want anything to do with it.
True.
And you go through and you rank each of the items in your category along those different tiers. So I put together a list of like 20 something different things that are either fall foods or fall activities, and we're going to rank them and debate them, and it's going to be a great time.
So excited.
The most favorite part for me of doing a tier list is that you can name all of the tiers. So I thought, instead of me doing it myself, let's name the tiers together, and it'll be funny, good
Sweet.
time.
Oh.
Let's name them.
There's S tier.
Yeah, there's S tier. It's sweet.
Sweet.
Sweet. Okay.
We're just getting started.
Yeah. So we'll come up with something for S that's like best of the best. That kind of sounds like fall-ish, maybe.
I'm thinking like spooky.
Spooktacular.
Halloween. Spooktacular. That's
Spooktacular.
Yeah.
I'm going all caps, spooktacular.
Huge.
Okay, A tier, which is like still really good, just not best of the best.
Apple.
Apple.
Fall things that start with
Apple.
Don't name it Apple. I'm thinking of like fall things that start with an
Apple-tastic.
That's
Just spooktastic, apple-tastic.
Yeah, it's all
Bat-tastic.
astic. Yeah. Cat-tastic.
Cat-tastic.
I'm doing apple-tastic.
Fantastic.
I love it.
It's going so good.
What if we called it apple tasty?
Apple tasty.
That's a bit, yeah.
Apple
There we go.
tasty.
Spice it up.
All one word. B tier.
Yeah.
Bad.
Badder than nothing.
Bat.
Badder than
Like
nothing.
Oh.
Oh, like a bat.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a bat.
Better than nothing.
Better than nothing.
Like better than nothing.
Yeah.
C tier.
Candy.
candy corn level.
Cat.
Candy corn.
I
Ooh,
love
are
candy
we-
corn. Come
Okay.
on.
I know, I'm pro candy corn. I am pro candy
we
corn.
can't even. Yeah, like perfectly. Race car.
Race car.
No.
No, it has to be
For
race
no
car. It
No.
makes no
Okay.
sense.
Well,
Could be better
Okay.
is fine.
I'm gonna put race car / could be better.
okay.
Okay, D tier, which is like one step above the worst of the worst.
I like the Dracula idea.
Yeah.
Dracula would never.
Dracula would never.
Dracula drag.
Druncula would never.
Dracula drag. I like that one.
Drag. True.
Like, oh, it's such a drag. We hate it.
It's not as good.
F tier.
Falling over. 'Cause
Not
it's
fit
so
for fall.
Not fit
Not
for fall.
fit for fall.
That's a good one.
All right. So
There we go.
just to go over it again, in case you missed it, our tiers are S, spooktacular, A, apple tasty, one word, B, batter than nothing, C, race car / could be batter,
Okay.
D tier, Dracula drag,
Ah.
F tier, not fit for fall.
These are good tiers.
These are
besides-
great. My favorite is race car.
Okay.
I don't know about you guys.
You're so welcome. Fair enough.
So let's start. The first thing that I have, these kind of just like went in random order, so I'm just going to go in the order that they came in. The very first thing on the list is, I don't know exactly what to call them, but the apple cider slushies that you get from like the pumpkin patch or like an apple orchard or like seasonal fun places like that. Where would you rank it? Fight.
C tier. I'm coming out strong.
Really?
Because
C tier?
hot apple cider, in my opinion, is infinitely better than, like, if you're going pumpkin picking, like, it's cold out, you got a sweater on, you know,
Yeah.
you're cozy. I don't really want like a cup of ice, like a
Oh,
slushy.
that
I
does
want
make
something
sense.
warm that keeps me going.
What if you're in that transition where it's like still kind of hot,
It's like 80 degrees last week.
Yeah,
But-
it was.
Today
it-
even.
Mm-hmm.
but you're doing fall stuff, the leaves are orange, you're getting pumpkins. Maybe you want a slushie. Just putting it out there.
Depends.
Okay.
I think maybe like time of the day factors into it. I think like if it were like the afternoon, I would be like, yeah, that's like a
sweet
better
treat.
than nothing.
Whoa!
I was gonna say probably put it in like B tier because I don't
B
think
tier?
it's like I think it's better than just like a normal, like a normal fall drink. If you make it a slushie, I think it makes it really good.
I would also put it in B tier.
Ooh, okay.
Well, I mean, democracy rules.
Okay.
It's like
general
it's close
consensus.
enough. Like
Yeah,
we're all
it's
in the
close
same
enough,
like,
yeah.
category.
Okay.
I'm willing to concede on that.
Apple cider slushie going in better than
No.
nothing.
Fair enough.
Okay, now we have. I'm gonna jump around because the next one is like basically the same thing. So I'm gonna switch to an activity, which is carving pumpkins by yourself, with your friends, with your family, with your dog, with your cat, with your bat.
I would probably say C tier.
C
I
tier.
can
C
ride
or
with
D.
tier.
Yeah.
It's gunky.
I get so sticky and it's so much physical effort to go and like and you have to lay newspapers on the ground and I can't do that.
I will
Yeah.
say last year you guys carved pumpkins in my apartment and my kitchen smelled like pumpkins for a month.
So sorry.
and also Sophia's pumpkin she bought from the grocery store.
I can
and
tell.
It was,
yeah.
yeah, you
Okay.
can tell.
So they all wanted to carve pumpkins and I was like, I want to carve pumpkins with my good friends at Indian Outdoors. And so my mom was like, I'm going to buy you a pumpkin at the grocery store and you can take it back. And I was like, okay. So she ordered a tiny pumpkin and I brought it to Jay's apartment so like we could carve pumpkins and I couldn't get a knife into it. And I was like, this is crazy. I was like bending all the tools. It wasn't working. There's a thing called pie pumpkins and you're not supposed to carve them. You're supposed to cook with them. And they're very hard. And that's what I bought. And so I went to my dorm and I didn't have any knives and neither did the front desk. And so I hacked into it with a potato peeler. And I can send
was-
the picture later again.
It was good times. And also
Still had fun.
this was an it didn't make it anywhere, but this was also an attempt to make a podcast episode out of it. So I'm sure in the background was just Sophia like
It
hacking at the
Stab it
pumpkin.
at a
Yeah,
sure I
maybe
still
it was for
pumpkin.
the best, but
I'm
oh
sure
my
I still
gosh.
have a like video from that
Terrifying.
we can put in.
Okay, we voted C tier for pumpkins.
Yeah,
C
Absolutely.
tier.
Pumpkin carving. The next thing I have is pumpkin spice, just as like a flavor, not on anything
Okay.
particular.
Oh,
Well,
D.
Ethan, unpack.
Okay, if we're going specifically like drink like a pumpkin spice latte,
Doesn't
that's-
have to be.
Well,
Just
that
pumpkin
I'm
sp-
saying
oh,
that is
okay,
that
okay.
is F tier. I think it's just
Yeah.
overhyped. I do not like them.
Yeah.
There are much better, specifically from Starbucks. There are much
The apple
better.
drinks at Starbucks
Yeah.
are so okay.
Apple
yeah.
drinks are much better. But
Whoa.
pumpkin spice,
Controversial
That
opinion.
just dropped.
Continue.
pumpkin spice as just a thing, like putting it in like an apple pie or like a pumpkin pie or anything. It's just like it's hard to rank cinnamon or like nutmeg or anything.
It's just a
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a spice. It has its uses and it doesn't. So probably B tier for efficacy or C tier because you can't like you only use it around this time. You're not going to be making like hot toddies
True.
in fall or
very
in
seasonal.
summer.
Jay.
When I was said like, oh, right after she said that, I was going to say S. So this is an interesting conundrum. Generally, I do like pumpkin spice, so I feel like we're going to have to do like a meet in the middle kind of thing. Unless, what do you think?
Well, I'll go last. Sophia, I want to hear what
Okay,
you
if
say.
we meet in the middle, you say S, I'm gonna say F then because I don't like pumpkin, and so the average will be C. And I
Well, I
think
said
that's
C.
okay.
I'm saying C,
C.
for limited
I
use.
I don't like pumpkin. I don't like the
Like
spice.
pumpkin pie? Mm-mm. That's heresy.
I'm sure that's on the list. I was gonna, if I speak, I'm in trouble. But
Here's the thing. I love pumpkin spice. I think I just love the fall season so much. And so when I think of pumpkin spice, I'm like, my favorite time of year. But, you know, like thinking about all the things that it's in as a flavor of like all of the fall seasonal foods, I'm like, it's good. It's maybe not spooktacular. I can compromise for C tier.
race car.
Race car could be better.
Pumpkin spice
Sorry,
race car.
Jay.
Pumpkin spice race car.
I'm a fan of race
Sponsored.
cars.
Since we just talked about it, I'm gonna jump to pumpkin pie.
F.
S tier.
My bad.
Nah, that's S.
I could
That-
compromise
I
for
would-
like B.
I
Fight.
would.
There's
Go.
Jay, what do you say?
I haven't had a pumpkin pie that was good in a long time.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I think I buy the wrong brand, but last year I had a pumpkin pie so bad I threw the entire thing out. I'm not F because I think it could be good, but like,
You're so generous
There's
with your
just-
rankings.
it's a D tier.
There's so
I
many
don't remember
better pies. Apple pie.
Apple pie is
okay,
good.
apple pie was the one pie that is worse than pumpkin pie. Apple pie, in my opinion, is way too bland. I'm
Okay, I
a blueberry
love
pie kind of
apple
guy.
pie.
If it's
Ooh,
with
I
the
like
right
blueberry, though.
apples, though.
That is true, but
Like,
I'm talking like pie has a much higher ceiling for what's the word? A much higher ceiling for enjoyment, but it's a lot I think it's a lot harder to get right. Like there's a lot more margin for error in that sense. If you're buying a store-bought pie, like I'm not a fan of store-bought pies, but like
Yeah.
a homemade pie from like someone
gonna
like
say.
put a lot of time into, that's god tier. That's delicious.
My family, we make our own pies every single like Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter. And so when my mom makes apple pie, she puts like, oh, I just lost Red Hots in it to get that like cinnamon.
Oh,
So it's
that
like
sounds actually
cinnamon
pretty
apple.
good.
Love you, Mom. The pie is so good.
What's
Pumpkin
your
is bad,
ranking?
though.
You haven't said your
What do you
ranking
think
on
about
pumpkin
pumpkin
pie.
pie?
I'm an S tier pumpkin
Okay.
pie for
So just
sure.
averages
I love
to
it.
C again.
And we're back at race car, baby. That's crazy.
Can I ask Graham, our cameraman,
Tiebreaker?
was
Well, you
your
look so scared back there.
Graham is behind the camera.
Hi, Graham.
What would you rank a pumpkin pie? Graham puts it at A tier.
Does that average out to B tier then?
B tier.
B tier?
Okay.
Okay.
I
we
can-
can
better
put
than nothing.
better than nothing. Okay. Also, side note, we have a lot more to get through, so we should probably go through them a little bit
Yeah.
faster. Okay. Next thing. Okay, so part of this, because it is like fall foods, some of these are just general like Thanksgiving like trademark meal foods. So I'm gonna go into some of those. The first one being like a Thanksgiving turkey.
A.
Hey,
So good. Oh.
I think turkey tastes like cat food.
Oh.
Cat food?
Yeah, it smells like those tins of cat food, those wet cat food. I don't know what it is about it.
I love it.
Was it
I can
fully
do-
cooked?
Huh? Yeah, it was fully cooked.
Did you have a raw turkey?
Where does
Just
your turkey
eating,
come
like
from?
ripping it off the bone, like a savage.
I could say A or B because I think there's a holiday meat that's better than turkey.
Well,
I
what
would
is
say
the holiday
A tier.
meat?
Are you saying honey baked ham?
Ham. Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'll concede on turkey wherever you guys land.
I would put it at A tier.
A?
Hey.
If we put ham at
Ooh.
S tier, I'm
Yes.
bargaining.
Yeah,
ham
ham
has
goes-
to be at S tier.
Okay, so then let's move on to ham. S tier.
So
We decided.
good. Oh my
Ham
god.
is really good. You know what
I
though?
love ham so
For
much.
I think actually for Thanksgiving maybe my family does both. I can't remember, but for Christmas is definitely ham,
Yeah.
and then Thanksgiving is definitely turkey. But I still put it on because I
love
love
ham.
some ham. I'm gonna do an activity now. Next one, going through a corn maze. Fight.
When
Oh, no strong
That's a
opinions.
regular
right now.
Tuesday. That's a regular Tuesday in Indiana. Like there's so
Yeah.
much corn.
Yeah.
Let's just drive
It's
in
like
on
my
the state
backyard.
roads. Yeah, exactly.
when we went to Connor Prayer and we went through the corn maze, like we did go through the easy one, and so it did take like 10 minutes, but it was just a circle.
Yeah.
And like there were so many paths I wanted to take, but every single path had a sign that said, "Don't go through here. It's corn. Just let me through." So like C for corn is where I'm at.
Why did we do that? See for
Corn tier. It
That's
has to
right.
be corn tier.
That's where I'm at.
Okay, I'm renaming it just corn.
Okay.
The difficulty and like the people you're with
Mm-hmm.
and like
The vibe.
it just depends on like how you're feeling that day, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would personally rank a corn maze at D tier.
Aw.
I would
I could
rank
see
it
C or
at
D.
Dracula Drag because at some point when I'm going through it, if I haven't found it, I'm like, okay, I'm over this, and now I'm just surrounded by corn.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
D?
I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
You're,
Rank
you're,
it
you're right
D.
about that.
I didn't mean to influence everybody, but you know, I just feel like it's a D. Next, I have stuffing, the stuff that goes inside the turkey. That's like the bread. You know what stuffing is.
F.
S tier.
Did
Like
you
boxed
both
stuffing,
say-
boxed stuffing. I could eat that stuff raw. I just spoon that stuff in. It's so good.
I'm like, I would give it like C or D, honestly, for myself.
F.
F?
It's only made at my house because my dad loves it so much.
I
But
what
I don't know
kind of
any
stuffing?
other
Is it
person.
like oyster stuffing? Because that stuff's nasty.
No, like
I've never
like
even heard of that.
bread
That's
and
like weird.
vegetables. Yeah.
Bread and vegetables.
Like yeah, regular stuffing. I mean, like
Oyster.
usually I like that's more of a childhood thing. Like I would always have that. Like I would always have the box of stuffing. So I don't know. I love that stuff. No pun intended.
But it's
Yeah.
Jay, what do you rank?
F. It would always be kind of like on the side, and like you were always there for the turkey, but not the stuffing. Like,
I can, yeah, I get that.
you know.
I do have one question because I've never put stuffing in a turkey. When you take it out, do you like pick up the turkey and shake it up and down? Is that how you get the stuffing
we
out?
don't put it in the turkey.
We don't put it in the
Oh, you
Yeah,
don't?
it always
No.
gets served on the side for some reason,
I
even
mean,
though it's
I
called
think you're
stuffing.
I thought you were
supposed
supposed
to.
to like.
I
That's
think
the,
you're supposed to,
point.
but
I
I
don't
don't think
know.
anybody.
They probably-
I don't
It's like
know.
shaking a baby.
We always just like
Turkey.
all the bread falling out of it.
we always just like put it in like a pan and just
Yeah.
like put it in the oven.
Yeah.
No, okay.
Just like bread and broth and vegetables.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
Can
It's kinda
can
gross.
we bump it up to D tier because Ethan loves it
Yeah,
so much.
I'm thinking about it. My mouth's watering. So yeah,
Bro's
Okay,
frothing.
we're putting it to Dracula Drag.
Another
Sorry,
one.
Ethan. Okay, next. This is kind of like a weird one. Butternut squash.
F. Hate squash.
I would also say F.
I'd say B tier. It's good as like a top, like butternut squash and risotto. It's so good.
That is such a fancy meal.
Fancy.
My girlfriend's Italian, so
Ah, that's a risotto. I
exactly,
see.
yeah. But yeah, B
The
tier.
agony.
Yeah, I'm agonizing over this because it's they all have like they're good, but the use is limited. Same with
Yeah.
like pumpkin spice. Like it's kind of hard to use butternut squash and not be like, oh, it's fall time or like risotto night.
Risotto night.
risotto.
I put it F tier.
Okay, is this
Fair
another
enough.
like D? Because you
D.
really like it.
F tier's fine.
F?
It has
Ooh.
such
Are you
limited use.
sure?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
Don't
It's
I
our
love it,
first,
Oh my gosh.
It's our first F tier. Not fit for fall.
Womp womp.
Get out of here, butternut squash. Okay, I'm gonna go to like a Halloween one. This is a weird one. Just like getting spooked during the Halloween season. Getting a little frightened. Getting a little
A
spooked.
little frightened or a lot of frightened? Because those are
Just getting spooked.
okay.
However you interpret it.
I think this is this is probably like a C, because there's like a scale of being spooked, and like if it's like because I'm able to discern things that are scary but unrealistic and things that are scary and could happen. So like there's such a wide variety of being able to get spooked that I feel like it's just average.
Yeah, I would also put it at like C tier.
I think I would say C tier too. I prefer being the spooker, not the spooky.
Yeah.
The spooky.
Yeah.
Spooky. I would agree.
C tier. All right. C
Corn.
tier. Corn for getting spooked. Okay. Next, I'm gonna do cranberry sauce.
F.
I'm gonna start with saying F.
F.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I don't eat it, but I love the idea of it. I would also put it at F though.
Also,
okay.
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
Go
It
ahead.
was the original slime for the Pilgrims. Like before we invented like that, like gack or slime that the
Oh, I was
TikTokers
like
got addicted
glue
to.
and
They're just
borax.
grabbing cranberry sauce out of like a jar.
I like Jell-O. I love cranberry juice, but like I don't use cranberry sauce.
I will say you'll see this in the edit because we're gonna put the tier list on the screen, but I chose the most like vile picture for the cranberry sauce of just like you can see the can.
Yeah, I was thinking of it like
It's, like,
sloshing out of the
Oh,
bowl.
So awful.
That's
Because I don't like it
It's
at
like
all.
it's bitter, and I feel like
It is
fall is like very like spicy and like kind of sweet a little
You
bit.
know what we should have done S tier? We should have said scrumdiddlyumptious.
I can't spell.
Sorry, that word just popped into my mind. It's okay. I can't
Did you
either.
just say you can't spell?
Spell
can
scrum
spell.
diddlyumptious. Super
Scrum.
We don't have time for
Scrum's
that.
one word.
Okay, next I have pecan pie. I can't rank this one. I've never eaten
I
it.
can't either.
Okay, we can beef it out. What do you think? I've had it before. Have you?
I have had
Okay.
it before. I mean, there are better pies. It is really good. I'd say probably B tier.
Okay.
You all turn to look at me. That was funny. I would say probably D or C, because there are better pies. And this is another thing that my family made because my dad really likes pecan.
Yeah.
But
We can put it at C then.
yeah.
What
so
about
we're pretty
this
mid.
is tangential, but what about like sweet potato casserole?
Oh, we're getting there.
Okay, okay.
Ooh.
Why not do it next? Sweet potatoes / sweet potato casserole. Any preparation of
D.
sweet potatoes.
S tier.
Kelsey.
Kelsey?
I'm not a sweet potato person. I've tried to be. I can't
Me
do
too.
it. But, I can, if you guys all say S tier,
There's a better casserole.
do you want to
What
say
is
A
it?
tier?
Green bean casserole. I love beans.
For
Sorry.
fall though?
Yeah, we make it every single
Oh
holiday.
my gosh, I forgot to. Oh, wait, no, it's on here. It is on here. It is on here.
Huge.
Oh
Okay,
my
we
gosh.
can discuss it next. Sweet potato, I only like sweet potato tempura and sushi. I can't eat like other sweet
I forgot
potato
that that's a
stuff.
thing. That is really
So-
good.
It's
so
so
good.
good. So sweet potatoes themselves, I could be persuaded to put it at like C or B.
I'd go to A tier, and I think that might be the lowest.
Oh,
Sweet potatoes
no.
are the best
Yeah.
thing on a Thanksgiving table.
Really?
Like with pecans on top or marshmallows.
We can put it A.
A
I'm
is
willing to put it
Okay.
at A. Even though I'm not a sweet potato person, that's okay. I'll allow it.
Compromise.
Green bean casserole.
S.
S.
Plus plus
F.
plus. That's messed up.
I have green bean casserole all year round.
Me too.
I can't.
Every
I
single.
love it.
Something about the texture of it is.
I love
So
mushrooms.
good.
I love green beans. Jay, what do you think?
I'm not really a green beans person, so I'd probably say like
I have 5 cans in my pantry right now.
it's like corn
I have
So-
3.
for me.
You don't like corn?
No, I'm saying corn tier. Corn's
Ah,
great.
okay. Yeah,
Corn's-
yeah, yeah.
corn-
Yeah, corn is S tier.
Corn,
Corn's
yeah.
is
Corn
S
is S
tier.
So, I love green bean casserole
Can we
so much.
can we put it at B tier?
corn.
We compromise for
Yeah, that's
sweet
fine.
potato.
Bean casserole.
Can we compare?
Okay, I can like it is an edible food. It is not like it's not like pig slop. That's the only way I could think. It is edible. People, I think it's fit for human consumption.
It's
True.
better than nothing.
Yeah,
better
it's better
than
than nothing.
It's badder than nothing.
B it is.
B tier. Okay, let's just run through the casseroles. I have corn casserole next.
Never
I've
had that.
literally never heard of
I've
it.
never had it, but it sounds good.
Can I put it in S tier?
Go ahead. That
What?
sounds really
I'm
good.
putting it in S tier.
That sounds
love,
great.
Have you guys had like creamed corn? Because
That's
that's, what I
what it is.
imagine.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh, it's
like
creamed corn?
I'd rather
Yes.
just have
You
normal
shouldn't have
corn.
specified because now it's going to go down.
Yeah, no, that's much.
That's so
That's like maybe a
bad.
C.
creamed corn.
No, I like creamed peas and like creamed asparagus. But
What?
I'm gonna
Can we keep it in S tier?
creamed
You guys
corn.
said
To be
you've
fair,
you've
she's the
never
only one who's
had
actually
it.
had it.
It's
so-
like
Okay.
it's like similar to creamed corn, but it's not just like creamed corn.
Can we just
Okay.
put it,
It's
can we
like
put it
baked
in
into a
corn
casserole.
tier? It's corn.
No,
is
but corn is
tier.
S
Yeah, but
tier.
corn is S tier.
Yeah.
And green beans
This
are
is
corn tier.
confusing.
I just can we, I don't want to make it A.
That got Graham in
S.
the back.
Can we make it?
We can do A. Oh, compromise.
Because I think it's crazy having ham, the food everyone likes, and corn casserole, the food that only one person.
Yeah, it
wanted
would be
to
higher than
influence so
turkey
badly.
in that case, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Ugh.
Hold on. My screen got a little goofed. Okay. Okay, this is I don't think technically a casserole, but scallop potatoes.
Oh, good.
Yeah, those
They're
are good.
B.
I'd say A tier.
A tier.
Yeah.
I would say S tier.
Okay.
A tier.
A.
Yeah,
A
yeah,
tier.
evens to A.
tier. Okay. A tier. Okay, next we have watching Halloween movies.
Like the series that like
Oh
Halloween
no
with
no
Michael
no!
Myers.
Like any scary movies or like just Halloween themed movies. They can be scary. They can be like lighthearted, fun. Just watching Halloween movies.
I'd say like B.
I'd say
because-
B
Yeah.
because
Next, I just have apples.
S. S. I love apples so much.
Didn't we make a tier
You can
specifically
do
for
so.
that?
apples.
We
I
have
could
a
also
tier called
compromise
Apple
for A.
Tasty. But I
I
mean,
love apples.
I feel okay about apples. I would put them in A.
A.
I'd say A. Yeah,
Whew.
A for Apple Tasty.
Love apples so much.
they're also they're more like that's the most ubiquitous thing that you've brought up so far. Like you can eat
It's just a fruit.
yeah, it's just a fruit.
It's just a general fruit.
So good.
Going along with that, visiting an apple orchard.
S.
S tier. I love picking my own apples.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Thoughts?
You're like, true. What do you guys think?
I could say A tier. It depends. It's like it really depends on the weather. I think like if it's nasty out, then it's just kind of a awful time.
I could
if
see
it's
that.
not good, but if it's great out, then yeah.
Like a breezy fall day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
A
can do
nice
A tier.
crisp fall day at an apple
with a
orchard.
crisp
Oh, that's
fall
good.
apple.
Oh my gosh. I would
One of
go
those
for that right
slushies we
now.
talked about at the beginning.
Yes.
I love. Oh my gosh.
A tier.
Yes.
Yeah, A
A
tier.
A
tier.
tier.
Okay, let's go ahead and knock out the last apple one, which is just apple cider, hot or cold.
S
I
tier.
didn't specify.
S tier.
S tier.
S tier.
S. I have it in my fridge. right
Okay, S tier.
So
Easy
good.
one. Next we have visiting like a haunted house or like a spooky attraction.
S tier.
S tier.
now. I'd say this is one of the things that I can separate being like, oh, I'm actually not in danger. So like this isn't scary to me. So I'd say like B.
Yeah, I would say B.
I would say B as well.
B.
Oh, really?
Should
I
we-
used to have a guy, like one of my close friends worked at the Necropolis in Indianapolis.
That sounds so
So-
cool.
I don't know. I really like those haunted houses where you gotta like sign the waiver. They can like really mess with you. Like, I've never actually
been to
done
one
it,
of
but I
those.
really
Yeah.
want to.
Should
And I
we-
like messing with the actors, even though that probably makes their day much worse.
Oh. Poor guys.
Well, you said B. You said S. Should we compromise?
That
for
would be A.
Sure.
Yeah.
A tier. Haunted house.
Pretty fun.
Okay. One of them is jumping in leaf piles. Big leaf piles.
I haven't done that in like 10 years.
Me neither, but I put it in because it's a fun time. I would put it at like C because it's
Yeah.
fun, but then like if it's been rainy and the leaves are like wet and dirty, you just get like stuff all over you.
Can we put it at T for ticks?
Ooh, true. I always
I don't have that here.
yeah.
Dang it.
I always think of the opening to like It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, where Linus
love
runs into a leaf pile with like a wet sucker.
Oh, yeah.
And so every time I think of that, I'm like, oh, I would hate to be like holding that in my hand. So
Yeah.
Yeah, probably C tier.
C.
Yeah, I can put it at C. Okay.
it's mid.
Related to leaves, just the act of crunching them on the side.
I was going to
S,
ask if
S.
this was the next
S.
thing you were going to
S
say.
tier.
Do you know how many I
S
crunched on the walk
tier.
here? Oh my.
I love crunching leaves.
It's so good.
What about raking?
I didn't put that on here because no.
Yeah,
No.
Physical
it's just
labor.
auto F.
Hayride.
S.
I'd say like B because I grew up at Connor Prairie doing the Headless Horseman
Oh.
every year.
Yeah, I would say probably B too.
I would also say B, so we can compromise to A.
I mean, all three of you said B, so you can go with B.
B.
Okay, let's go with B. Better than nothing. Okay. Visiting a pumpkin patch.
I'd put this with the apple orchard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
A tier.
Yeah, A
A.
tier.
Usually they're both like combined too. So
Mhm.
You just get like muddier because you actually have to like go to the ground. And,
It's a
like,
bit more
Yeah, they're
backbreaking
heavy.
because they're
Yeah.
heavy, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still fun.
Okay. Oh, I lied. We have one more apple one. Apple cinnamon donuts. Like
S
the
tier.
ones
S
you
tier.
get-
S tier.
S tier.
Yeah,
is
those are
apple
good.
cider vinegar donuts.
Not apple cider
Vinegar.
vinegar.
It's apple. Yeah, that's what it's. Apple cider vinegar. It's
Is
apple
it?
cider vinegar. Yeah.
I thought it was just apple cider.
Yeah. Okay. I'm.
Apple
Whoa,
I'm
whoa.
gonna. I pulled that out of nowhere. I died on that hill. I don't know why I did that. I'm pretty sure. For some reason, I think it's apple cider vinegar.
That's bitter.
But like
Yeah.
something about cooking it, maybe I don't know,
I don't
or like
know.
Could be.
activating. I'm no
Somebody
baker.
fact check
I
us.
completely
It's okay.
lied. I just lied to all of you.
the last thing I made with apple cider vinegar was a fly trap.
I was gonna say I made a gnat trap in my house. Yeah.
Okay, we have two left. The pumpkin like spice roll, I would put it at like B tier.
I would say probably C tier. The
C
the
tier,
cream
maybe.
ratio is always off. There's always way too much of the
Yeah.
cream compared to the
It
cake.
cracks a lot of time too. Okay, we'll put it in C.
Corn.
Corn tier. The last one, the ultimate fall staple, specifically Starbucks pumpkin spice latte.
A.
I've only had it once and I'm just not a fan.
I'm not.
Their
I,
apple drinks are so much better.
I love pumpkin cream cold brews. I think the pumpkin spice latte is not.
I completely forgot about a pumpkin cream cold brew. Those
It's
things
not on
are
here, but
are good. Those things are really good.
I just can't drink that much coffee.
a PSL. Yeah, I'm gonna call it that.
That was out of left field.
PSL.
The PSL. I'd give it a D or an F. I'm just
I'm
like
with you on
not.
that.
Yeah, I'd say like D. J.
Deet's not completely upset.
We.
Some demographics. I don't know.
Are you okay with D tier?
That's fine. I would rather have.
Not.
I would rather
You can
have,
argue if you want.
I would rather have a pumpkin spice latte than a cold brew. Like cold brews are just so bitter, and I like really sweet things.
Yeah, I'm okay with
I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
Put
that's
it in
fine.
C tier. All right. Well, that concludes our tier list. You
Yeah.
can see it up on the screen now. Whoa, tier list. Wow, that was crazy. Anyways, yay, tier list. That concludes the podcast. Thanks so much for joining us for this fun fall time. If you're watching this and you're already on our YouTube channel, so go ahead and check out our other projects I mentioned earlier, our Colonel Greenway video, our Connor Prairie video, and our other podcasts. Oh, I didn't even address, okay, last podcast, I wasn't here. And if you haven't watched it, go watch it because the intro is something else.
It's really good.
Welcome back, by the way.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, it's
Thank
great
you.
to have you.
I'm glad to be back. But yeah, definitely go check out all our other past projects. If you want to connect with us on another platform, be sure and check out our Instagram for some behind the scenes and updates and all that stuff run by Sophia. You can find us at Indiana_outdoors_BSU. I think that's everything.
That's
Thanks
all.
so much for joining us.
Thank you.
thank
And
you.
remember, go
Go hug
hug
a
a
tree.
tree. Bye.
Bye bye.